don't get excited till that check clear the bank. I've had to call and move bills here and here. I've had to borrow. I've had to do things to get to the next check with a good situation. And I'll say this, it's great to have a good name, have a good relationship with people, because I was blessed to have options and opportunities to help me through them hard times off a phone call.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. And you know what I like to say? I'm excited to be here. I'm excited about my guests. We always bring people on that comes from, different experiences, especially within this real estate space. And it's always great to hear everybody's unique perspective, because one perspective is not like the next. And so I'm excited. I know y'all going to get some good value out of the guest that's here. And so this guy's been 15 years in the real estate game. I'm excited for y'all to hear his unique lens. And so please help me welcome my friend here, Mr. Meekel Buchannon. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good, man. So glad to have you here. So glad. I'm looking forward to us chatting it up. We've been chatting a little bit behind the scenes. I'm looking forward to the people just to get to know more about you, your business, what you do, your unique lens of your outlook on what you do. And so, brother, if you don't mind, man, I just want to dive in for people who may not be familiar with you and your world. I would love for you to tell us what's your main focus these days. And, man, what markets are you operating in?
Well, hello, world. My name is Meekel Buchannon. Been in real estate almost pushing 15 years now. Been in sales since I ain't gonna date myself, but I've been in sales for 30 years, like quitting. So we were talking a little bit before, chopping it up, and we've had the same unique experiences to my unique lenses. One of my most unique sales jobs was working at Banana Republic for women, and I dominated, and I did it as a challenge to see if I could pull it off, and I did very well that summer. But what I do now is real estate. I've been in real estate, like I said, 15 years. I specialize in new construction. I did general for a little bit, but I saw what I felt like what the future was leaning more toward. So I went into the new construction space, and I've been doing very well the last 14 plus years in the new construction space.
Absolutely, man. I love it. I hope you don't mind me mentioning this. I was taking some notes, but I love how you said, man, you're a conscious capitalist, man. You want people to use you. Like you extend yourself for people to use to be able to get, to get accomplished what they need accomplished. Do I have that right?
Yeah, I call myself a conscious capitalist. I think I got a term for 50 Cent one day. And when I heard the term, I was like, okay. And he kind of elaborated on it. Do I want to make money? Yes. Do I want to screw people over? No. And, I got groomed in Birmingham, went to college in Birmingham and stayed in Birmingham. So a lot of folks, not all of Birmingham, but people know what it is in Birmingham. Every time you live in a major city, things move different. People react different, And so I tell people, I've seen people knocked out for $1. So I'm not going to do anything to make you, or try not to do anything to make you want to come in my office or act a fool online that I did you wrong, right? So yes, do I want to make a lot of money, help people? But you know what? Some of my best commissions came from the smallest houses because people were so happy to have a house.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And if that don't warm you on the inside, you're not human. People that, I've dealt with, like about 65% of my clientele at one time was single women for whatever reason. And I've seen women break down crying in my office because they got away from an abusive situation. And they would start over and get a bigger house than when they left. Talk about a come up and God is good. And then I remember a guy like 6'5", he had to be a good 240, 250, just break down crying because he was able, when he closed on his last paperwork, man, he just started crying. And this was a man. It wasn't a little, but he wanted a house for his daughter to grow up in. So when you hear those type stories, that's where the consciousness for me kicks in.
Now, brother, I hear you loud and clear. I grew up in one of those places as well, where you respect people in their money, you respect people in their shoes, you respect people in their bike. Like we grew up in an environment where we respect what people worked hard for, right? People worked hard for their dollar. People worked hard and had pride in the things that they had. And so what I love about you, bro, is that not only are you trying to grow yourself and you want to grow, economically, but you want to grow your community. And that's something that I deeply admire about you, man. And what I know is that that's not always easy in this climate, right? And so I guess my question to you, what's been the key to keeping the machine running smoothly? What keeps you motivated?
I'm going to be real with you. I used to be broke. And even with a recent situation, I've had some, when my mother was alive, she used to tell me and your daddy lay in the bed and wonder, why you? Why? I mean, I had major losses. And that drives me. Where I grew up from, where I came from, was poverty. We saw poverty. And then you didn't know it was poverty because everybody was doing the same thing until you got outside of the zip code and you saw something different. Wanting to give my parents something better than they had. But to me, have things that I didn't have. And to me, it's not about having the biggest car. I could be a millionaire. You wouldn't know it unless you came to my house. That's the type of person I am. I'm going to invest in those things. But what drives me is seeing my mom struggle. My mom used to struggle before my father came along. And even then, they struggled. My dad just bought a brand new truck. And I was so happy for him. I was happy like it was my truck. And I seen him drive the raggedy truck for so long. So my background, where I'm from, what I've seen, my experience, my losses were huge. My losses were like huge, devastating. Even as recent as the past. 2025 has been a monster for me. But, I just keep pushing forward.
No, I thank you, man. I thank you for the gift of your vulnerability. And I'm going to ask a little bit more because what I tell people all the time is that we got to normalize the hard, right? Like everybody want to talk about the success. Everybody want to make it rain. Let's see, talk about the good times. But there are real times that we got to deal with within business, right? Like every operator I know has a moment where things kind of get real. Like maybe a deal goes sideways or a time that you had to pivot fast. Meekel, you got one of those stories that maybe you can share with people who's trying to normalize the hard situation that they in, but push through it at the same time?
Yeah, so I had a situation where, I don't never get excited until the whistle blows. I used to have a coach say that, don't stop tackling and don't get excited until you hear the whistle blow. And my very small run playing football. And I take that to business because I used to look on the board. I never forget, I had all these closings. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, big checks coming. Yeah. Bruh, all of them fell apart in the end. I ain't already spent the money. I didn't spend the future money. You know what that I think Jesus said, blow the money, spend the money, make it right back. Well, there was no right back.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors. and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And that was early in my career. But I know shit like happens now. You know, I go to work and I grind. I go to work. I work. I wake up every day like I'm on zero. I wake up every day as an
Yeah.
entrepreneur on zero. I don't care what I sold yesterday. Today. There is no tomorrow. You got to handle today. And that's my mentality. So I tell everybody, man, don't get excited till that check clear the bank. You know, I've had to call and move bills here and here. I've had to borrow. I've had to do things to get to the next check with a good situation. And I'll say this, it's great to have a good name, have a good relationship with people, because I was blessed to have options and opportunities to help me through them hard times off a phone call. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you know, I remember doing like, hey, man, I know you good. Don't worry about it. You good for it. Get it to me when you get it to me. And I mean, but I tell everybody, don't get excited till that check cash. In our world, we sell a house. We don't get excited. My mother didn't know I didn't get paid. My mom thought I got paid every 2 weeks. And she saw these houses going up. And she said, baby, that your daddy told me you sold 20 houses, you know, a lot of houses at the time. I said, yeah. And she was like, is that good? I'm like, yeah. She was like, why aren't you excited? I said, well, hell, my mom get paid in June. It was like March. She was like, what? You won't get your check till 2 or 3 months? I said, nah, Mom. I mean, it'll be raining in June, but right now it's desert. And I was working like two jobs to make sure it ends meet, right? For those people who are commission based or entrepreneur based and got to make their own income. So, you know, that's where all that come from. You know, yeah. Don't count your eggs till they hatch.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you for the gift of your vulnerability. Thank you for that honesty, man, because honestly, you know, this what separates people that from dabble to people that's kind of in it for the long term. And so I love your approach. I love your perspective. It let me know, like, nah, we gonna keep this thing running. We're gonna run this thing for a long time because of your mindset and your perspective. So I appreciate you sharing, man. Let me ask you this. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next? Like, what's the next real goal for you?
My next real goal is to get into modular homes and barndominiums. They call them barndominiums. I mean,
Oh,
how they making them on land.
oh,
So they're basically
yeah,
smaller and smaller, but people still need homes. So I'm looking at
yeah.
different opportunities. Tiny house space. I bought my house, and I look at my house as a business deal. Whereas my parents and my grandparents, especially great grandparents, when black folks don't know, the Fair Housing Act is not even 60 years old. So you could not, your parents, depending on their age, especially your grandparents, cannot live where they wanted to live, right? So even
Yeah.
and once they got that house, they were like, you know, we're happy, which was a great accomplishment. Fast forward 40, 50 years, I look at the house as an investment. Like, I'm finna take this house, flip it, sell it, buy another house, flip it, sell it, till I get the property that I want. But I also can use that money to help fund other houses or fund other projects. I tell everybody, get out your comfort zone, go to other states. I went to the International Builders Symposium Conference in Las Vegas. It's the second largest convention in the country. I learned so much of that.
Mm,
And it's everything got to do with a house, from finance and nails, what they're doing in India, China, Canada, Cali. And my wheels really got to spin like, okay, it's so much. Even though I do travel, when I travel a lot of times, it's for pleasure. But now I start traveling a little more. It's okay. It's pleasure, but we gotta get some money. And how can I get it? So I'm always looking for a new thing out. So renewable energy sources, things of that nature, the barndominiums, the tiny house, the modular home spaces. Yeah, that's what I'm looking into now.
I love it, man. You're a man on a mission, on a man on a move. So I love it. You said the bardominiums. You keep and listen. You always looking for the next way to keep this thing going, and I love it, man. And of course, you know the next move can either compound things or create total chaos, depending on how we play it. And so I love the way you stand focused
Yeah.
on it, man. And so that's beautiful. I think, you know, people could benefit hearing this from you because I heard you say earlier talking about your name, right?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
My name mean everything to me, man. So people gonna lie, stuff like that. But when you get to know the person and have a sit down conversation with the person and you do deals with the person, you might start out small. One thing I do when I'm working with other, especially Black entrepreneurs or anybody really, and they'll be like, well, hey man, I give you a discount. No, I'm gonna pay full price. I'm gonna pay whatever the price is. Charge me like you charge everybody else. Don't give me no discount, because it might come a day on my 12th or 15th order, I don't have all the money. But I've given you all the money the last 12 times. I don't start out with, let me see what I can get. Hey, dog, how much the price? $19.99, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $1. It doesn't matter. I make sure I handle business correctly. And what's real cool, excuse me about that, but the great thing is when people have your back when you're not in the room. And that's going to get back to you in some shape, form, or fashion. Let it be a lie. Let it be an allegation. Let it be how great your name is. And that's starting to happen, especially with social media, because a lot of people, I've had explained to many people, sometimes even girlfriends, there's a persona and then there's reality. And I might not be what you see on Facebook or a certain comment I made on Facebook, or sometime I post something on Facebook, come talk to me. And then I put myself in spaces to represent myself in a great way that I don't have certain issues. I don't hang out with certain people. So that helps building your name and building your brand too. What they see what you're about. And I started seeing, like, I'll never forget this very beautiful woman, and she had to be a Caucasian woman. And her husband was right behind her, which made it very awkward. And she gave me one of the best compliments I've ever had in my life. And one of the things she said during that time, she said, we see you, and we see where you are. And her sister broke it down for me because I didn't understand. She was like, Meekel, because what you do for a living and the money that you're making, you're in restaurants and bars, hotels that typically only certain tax brackets are in. And now that you've entered that tax bracket, that lady was married to a high-time lawyer. And she's like, she's seeing you. And me and this lady seen each other different places, like the restaurants, bars, downtown areas. But we never talked. And she engaged me at a bar. Wasn't even talking to her. I was sitting there enjoying my meal, talking to the bartender. But when she said that, it really gave me an idea about social capital and that I had relationships with people, that we did so much stuff free. There was times, where I was telling, when somebody asked me, hey, what's going on, certain people, I tell them the truth. Hey, man, I didn't know you're going through that. And that thing I know, my Cash App get hit. So now I got light bill money, or I had car gas, whatever. And then, being honest, leveling up. These people know what my expenses are because they got the same expenses. So they're coming out the woodwork like, hey, man, you got that over there? Yeah, man, I got to figure out I'm going to pay for it this month. Cash App. And then it's a message, don't worry about it, because they know how it is. And somebody may be the OGs, the old heads. And even though I've been called OG lately by some of the young people. Now, I got OGs too. You always should have a mentor. A mentor is a buck that can just give you information and knowledge, and you share back and forth. And that grows your brand as well and grows your name.
No, man, I love it, man. I love it. Listen, we got a couple more minutes before we wrap, but I feel like I want to ask you, brother, before we get out of here, is there anything on your mind that you want to give as far as like inspiration, encouragement, just a word of knowledge, anything you want to give to the audience, kind of coming from the heart, I love your perspective, man. I just want to open up that little bit of opportunity for you. If it's something that, kind of parting words that you wanted to leave, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to take my hat up here. I'm going to see my eyes real good. I want to talk to the crowd, make sure they can see me. No matter what you're going through, hunker down and fight. No matter what you're going through, God will send you people that you won't even believe will send you people. People that you wouldn't even think will bless you with something. An opportunity. Keep grinding. I forgot the name of that Will Smith movie where he was a salesman and he kept trying and his child was in the bathroom and stuff like that with him. He had no place to stay. He lost everything. But we see what happened toward the end of the movie, right? Do the same thing, man. Don't let nobody look, man, it might just be you believing in yourself. As long as you're the product, you have to believe in you before anybody else want to believe in you. And I tell people I mentor, kids I mentor, we start with you. You might not have nobody but you. You have to believe in yourself. Don't be too ignorant that you can't ask for information, ask for help. Men especially, we have to ask for help. Information about taxes, mental health, health care, doctor care. Men, you got gray in our beard. I've been growing a beard since I was 14, 15 years old. The gray is not indicative of your age, but it is indicative of it might be time to go get that test, that inspection, especially we as black men. These are things we have to do. And there's one thing I like to hit people with. Now, here when I say this, I do not want to get it twisted. And I think people use the Lord in the wrong way. I know the Lord say put himself in everything that you do, but don't put the Lord in drama. Don't put the Lord in drama mess. When I say your mess, you might be the mess. Put the Lord in the great situation, which is in you. And then I'll leave on this right here. And I'm kind of paraphrasing a quote I love by Frederick Douglass. He said, I did not see any miracle work till a man got off his knees. That means after he prayed, you have to work. Faith without work is what? Dead. So you can pray till the cows come. But if you don't get off your behind and go get it, you ain't gonna never have it. That's it.
Man, so well said, man. In the name of that movie, y'all, Pursuit of Happiness, the movie he referenced about Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness. Man, brother, I thank you, bro. Listen, before we wrap, man, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate with you, what's the best way for them to reach you?
The best way to reach me, believe it or not, is on my cell phone. I'm on construction sites a lot. I'm flying around. People email, that's true, but I might not see email for 2 or 3 hours, but the cell phone on me. Business of hours of operation. So the best way to reach out to me, 2 ways. Instagram, Meekel, Meekel Buchannon. There's not too many Meekels in the world. Meekel Buchannon, you'll see this face. And then my cell phone number, 256-975-8.
There he is, y'all, Mr. Meekel Buchannon. Sir, man, thank you, bro. Thank you for your special lens, man. Thank you for your perspective, your time, your story, brother. I really, really appreciate it, man. I know people are going to get great value from this. So again, my brother, thank you for being here, man.
Thanks, Quinn. Appreciate your time, man.
No, absolutely. And listen, for those tuning in, if you got value from this, please make sure you are subscribed. You don't want to miss out on this unique lens, unique stories. So until the next time, we'll see you. Y'all have a great one.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.